Good evening, Miss Catherine Santos. Good evening to my fellow classmates. I am Miss Menchi Tambiano, and tonight I will be discussing some subtopics of managing finances. And welcome to Household Resource Management class. Before anything else, let us all pray. Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you po sa lahat ng blessings na nare-receive namin mula sa inyo. Kayo na po ang bahalang mag-guide sa lahat ng decision na aming gagawin, sa lahat ng bagay na aming gagawin, ay samahan niyo po kami at patuloy niyo po kaming gabayan. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, let us now proceed. Okay, again, tonight we will be discussing some subtopics of managing finances. So these are the subtopics of this lesson. First, financial management and security. Second, family financial economics. Third, the business cycle and inflation and its effect to families. Fourth, the individuals and families as producers and consumers. And fifth, income, taxes, net worth, budget, and saving. So the rest of the subtopics ay na-discuss na po ng other two members of Group 4 last week. Okay? Now, let us have first a short introduction of this topic. So, did you know that financial planning is not limited to marital partners, friends, and whole families too can become involved in planning? So, sinasabi dito na kapag sinabing financial planning, hindi lang to para sa mag-asawa or sa mga bumubuo ng pamilya. Okay, kahit yung mga friends natin, kahit yung mga family members, ay pwedeng maging involved pagdating sa financial planning. Why? Kasi lahat tayo ay magiging apektado when it comes to our finances. Okay? Next. When we say controlling finances, it is one of the most important and practical aspect of management, and we do have control over our personal finances at least to some extent. Okay, ano nga ba pag sinabi natin control? Pag sinabing control, it is an important concept because the rates of foreclosures are high and debt needs to be handled, yet people are wasting money on purchases or services or memberships they do not use. So, controlling finances is very crucial, lalo na sa isang pamilya. Okay? We have to put control sa pag-spend ng money. Especially kapag alam mo yun, kapag medyo may kaluwagan sa pera, malaki yung tendency or chance na nag-overspend tayo or bumibili tayo ng mga bagay na hindi pa naman kailangan. Okay? Especially yung mga bagay na hindi pa naman natin gagamitin agad-agad. Okay? So, that's why we have to control over our finances para ma-allocate natin ng maayos yung pera and resources na meron tayo. Next. When we say decision making, it is choosing between two or more alternatives. All people must make financial decisions, but their choices are limited by how much money they have. So, ilang beses na nating natumpak itong si decision making. Again, it is choosing between alternatives na meron tayo. And sinasabi rin dito na people must make financial decisions, but their choices are limited by how much money they have. So, nakadepende yung pagdidesisyon natin kung gaano kalaki yung pera na meron tayo. Okay, for example, meron ka lamang limited budget. Sa tingin mo ba mabibili mo lahat ng kailangan mo na beyond doon sa budget mo? So, syempre hindi. That's why we have to decide and we have to be wise and in choosing our decisions. Okay? When we say money, it is a human material or it is a material resource. But how a person chooses to spend it is a human resource. Okay? When we say money, it is considered as material resource kasi consumable siya. Okay? Na-spend natin siya sa iba't ibang bagay at nauubos siya. Pero kapag daw sinabi na kung paano natin to i-spend, paano natin siya gamitin, ito ay kino-consider na as human resource. Kasi we have the control over it. Okay? When we say financial plans naman, It is an integral part of management information systems and decision support systems. Okay, now, let us now discuss the first subtopic of this lesson. This is about financial management and security. When we say security, it means freedom from risk, danger, anxiety, or doubt. Adding the word security to financial provides another layer to the overarching concept of financial management. So, pag sinabi natin security, it means that we are safe, okay? Or we are free from any danger or harm. And then sabi dito, kapag daw yung word na security ay dinagdagan natin ng another word which is financial, doon na magbabago yung meaning niya. Okay, so paano nga ba? Or ano nga ba yung magiging meaning na to? Financial security is the ability to meet day-to-day obligations while planning, saving, and investing to achieve future financial goals such as education, retirement, home ownership, and small business startup. By building assets and managing debt, households are better able to contribute to the economic vitality of their communities. It is from Lawrence, Lyons, and Gorham of 2008. So, kapag sinabi daw natin financial security or kapag sinabing financial secured ang isang tao, aside sa namimit niya na yung day-to-day needs or obligations niya, meron pa siyang nakaalat na finances for saving or investment. Okay? So, nakakapag put up pa siya ng assets and small businesses. So, kapag daw ganun ang nangyayari sa isang tao, ibig sabihin siya ay financial secured na. Okay, so in systems terminology, financial management is a transformation process involving these 6 steps. Okay, and these 6 steps is na-divide then into 3 parts. Okay? Or 3 phases. So, the first step is to identify financial goals. So, we have to know first, ano ba yung financial goals natin? Ano ba yung kailangan nating matarget? Next, we have to collect information na related doon sa goals na meron tayo. And then third, we have to analyze yung resources na available sa atin. Okay? Para maisakatuparan natin yung goals na meron tayo. And then after analyzing our resources, we have to decide. And those 4 steps ay pumapasok sa first phase, which is planning. And then after planning, meron tayong 5th step, which is the spend, invest, and save. So, dito naman papasok si action. Okay, kung paano na natin ginagastos yung pera, paano na tayo nag-invest, and paano na tayo nag-save. Again, this is what we call action, which is the second phase. And the third phase is papasok si 6th step na evaluate. So, that is what we call the third phase, which is the post-planning. Okay? Again, we have the 6 steps in financial management, and na-divide siya into 3 phases such as the planning, action, and post-planning. Now, when we say budget, it is spending plan or guide. It can be helpful by providing a visible means of controlling money. So, I know lahat tayo familiar pagdating sa word na budget. And ang unang-unang papasok sa isip natin kapag naririnig natin itong word na to is the word money or pera. Okay? And lahat tayo ay naka-experience naman na ring mag-budget ng ating pera. Okay? So, napaka-importante ng budget pagdating sa paghahandle ng pera dahil nakakapag-set tayo ng priorities kung ano ba yung dapat nating unahin sa hindi pa naman kailangan. Okay? And by that, nakakasave rin tayo ng pera. Next, let us move on to the second subtopic, the family financial economics. Okay, approaching finances as a family, married couple, or single parent may involve the following questions. So, ito daw yung mga tanong na common na pumapasok sa isip natin which is related to our finances. Should I buy a new car or used one? Can I afford to go to graduate school? What happens if I lose my job? When will be able to retire? What do I do if the child support payments are late? How will I pay off my student loans? And what will my daughter's wedding cost? So, kung napapansin nyo, lahat ng questions na nabanggit ay may involvement or may kinalaman sa pagbabudget ng pera or financial economics. Okay? Next, the business cycle and inflation and its effects to families. Okay, when we say business cycle and inflation, since individuals and families live in an economic system, they are not immune to the changes in the economy. So, which is true, no? Kahit na anong changes sa economy, hindi pa rin tayo ganun nakakapag-adjust. Dahil na rin siguro sa mahal ng bilihin at depende na rin sa sitwasyon na kinakaharap natin. For example, hindi naman lahat sa atin ay may trabaho, di ba? So, mas magiging mahirap sa atin yung sitwasyon ng inflation. Okay? Kapag nakaka-experience tayo ng inflation rate, ng mga crisis, tayo yung mas naaapektuhan. Especially kapag walang sapat na income na pumapasok sa family natin. And some of the main indicators of the economy include, okay, these are the main indicators of the economy: the personal spending, the home sales including new and existing homes, the consumer price index, the unemployment rate, and the gross domestic product. Okay, when the economy is down, corporations lay off thousands of workers and governments do not replace with new hires those who move or retire, making the job market tighter. If the main or sole breadwinner is unemployed, the family suffer, which is very true, okay? So, ano bang example yung pwede nating ma-relate dito? For example, nung kasagsagan ng pandemic, 'di ba? Maraming business ang nag-close, maraming business ang nalugi. So, anong ginagawa nila sa mga empleyado nila? Since walang masyadong interaction ng mga tao, walang lumalabas, dahil na rin sa mga protocols na dapat sundin, nalulugi yung isang business dahil walang tumatangkilik ng mga products nila and services nila. So, ang tendency is nagbabawas sila ng empleyado. At kung sino yung mga natitirang empleyado, minamaximize nila yung use nun. Usually, nagmumultitask sila. Okay? Para hindi magbayad ng malaki yung owner sa pagpapasahod pa lang since wala nang pumapasok na kita sa isang business or sa isang company. And this is also true, no? Sole breadwinner, if the sole breadwinner is unemployed, the family suffer. Dahil yung breadwinner, siya yung tagapagtaguyod ng pamilya. So, kapag siya ay unemployed or wala siyang trabaho, wala siyang kita, nagsasuffer din yung family. So, lahat ng family members ay naaapektuhan rin. Okay, according to the professor from Northwestern University Kellogg School of Management, an unemployment rate of 10% or more is considered as an indicator of severe economic problem. So, kapag daw yung unemployment rate ay umabot na sa 10% and above, nakakonsider na to as severe economic problem. Kapag naman daw 5%, under 5%, is desirable or pwede pa. Kapag naman during boom times and in high growth areas, the unemployment rate can be as low as 2%. Okay? Next. So, this chart is the level of employment, production, and consumption. So, kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong 3 word dito. Okay, so let us discuss this one by one. Kung ano ba yung indicators or ano ba yung meaning ng mga yan. Okay. To illustrate the ups and downs of the economy, the business cycle is made up of 3 main parts. So, ito yon, 3 main parts. Yung pinakita ko kanina, we have the expansion, recession, and recovery. So, ano ba yung meaning ng bawat isa? When we say recession, a moderate and temporary decline in the economy. So, temporary decline. So, pwedeng example na to is yung mga inflation na meron tayo ngayon, yung pagtaas ng bilihin. Okay? At yung mga unemployment rate. Okay? Next, we have the recovery. A hopeful stage when things are looking better. Consumer buying and confidence are up. Production is up. Employment is up. Retail sales improve and new homes are being built. So, dito nakakabangon na mula sa crisis. Okay? Yung isang business. Next, the third one is the expansion. So, kung si recovery, okay na maganda-ganda na, mas maganda si expansion. Bakit? Kasi pag sinabing expansion, these are the prosperity, the high growth, and an active economy and high employment rates. So again, this is the business cycle. So bawat stage na yan ay malamang na pagdadaanan ng bawat business na meron tayo. Okay? One of the main factors is inflation. Kapag sinabing inflation, it is the rising or it means rising prices. Yung pagtaas ng mga presyo ng bilihin. Ayan. The main measure of inflation in the United States is the Consumer Price Index or the CPI, computed and reported each month by the Bureau of Labor Statistics or the BLS. Economic assistants gather price information from selected stores, supermarkets, doctors' offices, rental units, and the like. Each month, about 80,000 prices are recorded in 87 urban areas. By collecting price data on a clearly defined market basket of products, the BLS can measure changes in prices. So, by that, nakikita ng BLS kung ano ba yung mga dapat baguhin sa presyo ng mga bilihin. Okay? And the CPI is used in formulating fiscal and monetary policy and in adjusting wages, salaries, and payments such as social security. So, dito nagdadepende yung CPI and yung BLS kung paano nila i-adjust yung financial ng isang economy. Next, let us move on to the individuals and families as producers and consumers. Okay, we have the two words here, the consumption choices and the consumption decision. So, ano ba pinagkaiba nila? When we say consumption choices, it includes what food to eat, what clothes to wear, where to shop, and where to bank. Okay, when we say consumption decisions naman, affect the present and future standards of living of an individual or a family. So, when we say consumption choices, mas mababaw siya compared kay consumption decisions. Kasi pagdating kay consumption choices, nagsaselect lang tayo sa mga options na meron tayo. For example, kung gusto mo bang kumain sa mga karinderya lang or gusto mong kumain sa mga high-end restaurant. So, that will be included sa consumption choices natin. Kapag consumption decisions naman, ito yung may mga long-term na effect sa atin. Okay? For example, nag-decide ka na kumuha ng sasakyan. And yung monthly na huhulugan mo sa sasakyan is sabihin na natin 10,000. Okay? So, maapektuhan nun yung present standard of living mo. Bakit? Kasi, syempre, malaki-laki yung 10,000 per month. Okay? Malaki-laking kaltasyon sa pera mo, sa income na pumapasok sa'yo. So, ang tendency na gawin mo is maghigpit rin ng budget. Okay? Pwede kang hindi mo na bumili ng mga unnecessary things, pwede kang magtipid muna pagdating sa food, pwede kang magbawas muna ng expenses mo like that. And doon, naapektuhan yung present standard of living mo and possible na maapektuhan rin yung future standard of living mo. Okay? Next, the level of living. When we say level of living, it is an individual or family's measure of the goods and services affordable by and available to them. Okay? Next, the standard of living. This is what an individual or a family aspires to. Okay, sa level of living, dito na may measure kung ano ba yung mga afford ng family. Okay? Kunyari, afford ba nilang bumili ng food? Afford ba nilang bumili ng clothes? Okay? Doon na ako may measure yung level of living. Kapag naman standard of living, parang mas malawak siya compared kay level of living. Kasi for example, neto is, meron ka bang safe and secure na tinitirhan? Okay, nakakapag-aral ba yung mga anak mo? Like that. Next, when we say households, these are both labor-intensive and highly productive. Kapag sinabi nating labor-intensive, it means nangangailangan ito ng matindihan or malakasang workforce. When we say household production naman, it is not included in the gross domestic product or the GDP. Kapag sinabi natin GDP, it is the total market value of all goods and services produced by a nation during a specified period, usually a year. So, bakit hindi kasama si household production kay gross domestic product? Kasi hindi naman siya na total or hindi naman siya nako-compute, okay, sa GDP natin. Dahil pag sinabing household production, umiikot lamang to or nag-occur lamang to sa loob ng household. Next, the fifth subtopic that we have is the income, taxes, net worth, budget, and savings. Okay? So, just as GDP or the gross domestic income, it is a measure of nation's well-being. Okay? When we say income, it is one of the main measure of a family's financial well-being. Income is the amount of money or its equivalent received during in a period of time. So, meron tayong iba't ibang klase ng income or pinagkukuhaan ng income. So, later, madidiscuss natin kung ano-ano ba yung mga yon. And when we say salary naman, the main source of income for most people, which is true, di ba? Karamihan naman talaga sa atin ang gagaling yung income sa salary. Paano ba natin nakukuha si salary? Kailangan nating exert ng effort, mag-alat ng time, and ng services na meron tayo kapalit ng salary or ng income. Okay. Again, there are several different kinds of income na pinagkukunan natin. The first one is the discretionary income. Income regulated by one's discretion or judgment. So, paano ba natin papasimplihan to? When we say discretion income, ito yung mga tirang pera na meron tayo after nating mabayaran yung day-to-day obligations natin. For example, after nating mabayaran yung rent, yung bills na meron tayo, after nating makapag-stock ng food, okay? Yung tirang pera nun, this is what we call discretion income. When we say disposable income naman, the amount of take-home pay left after all deductions are made from benefits, taxes, contributions, and so on. Kapag sinabi namang disposable income, ito yung tirang income or tirang pera natin after nating mabawasan ng tax. Okay? Or ng mga benefits and contributions. Another example nito yung sa insurance. Okay? Next, the gross income. All income received that is not legally exempt from taxes. So, gross income, ito yung pera na pumapasok sa atin na galing sa salary, galing sa business natin, galing sa mga assets natin. For example, meron kang paupahan. Okay? Meron kang paupahang apartment. So, yung mga binabayad ng mga tenants doon, nako-consider natin siya as gross income. Okay, nagtatrabaho ka as call center agent, yung sinasahod mo monthly, that is what we call gross income. Okay, when I say psychic income naman, one's perception or feelings about income, the satisfaction derived from income. Okay, when I say psychic income, hindi siya literal na pera. These are just perceptions or feelings. Okay, for example, marami kang pera, so you can feel powerful. You can have your fame. Okay? Prosperity. Ganon. And then, we have the real income. Income measured in prices at a certain time, reflecting the buying power of current dollars. Kapag sinabi natin real income, ito na yung nagiging pera mo after experiencing crisis, economic crisis, and also the inflation. Okay? Again, these are the different kinds of income. The discretionary income, disposable income, gross income, psychic income, and the real income. Now, when we say income tax, these are personal tax levied on individuals or family on the basis of income received. Kapag sinabi naman nating taxes, these are compulsory levies that are an important source of government revenue. Taxes help cover government expenses, and in a case of income tax, help redistribute income and wealth. So, ito yung mga compulsory na binabayaran ng mga employers na meron sa ating bansa. Okay? When we say net worth naman, it is determined by subtracting what is owed, or the liabilities from what is owned, or the assets. So, this is the formula ng net worth. Okay? Net worth is equal to total assets minus the total liabilities. Next. So, ito naman ay isang example ng assets and the total liabilities. Ayan. Again, when we say assets kung ano ba yung pagmamay-ari natin. Ayan. And the liabilities. And this is another example ng net worth statement ni Jacob Sawyers. As you can see, meron siyang assets na cash on hand, $40, checking account, $465.2, and so on. And meron din siyang liabilities. So, para makuha yung net worth niya, we have to subtract the total assets and the total liabilities. Yan. So, na-total na natin, meron siyang net worth na negative $2,817.83 US. Okay. Let us now move on to the variable expenses. It is any expenses such as money spent on food, clothing, and entertainment. Pag sinabi nating variable expenses, so pwede pa siyang mabago. Depende sa kung paano nating i-spend yung pera na meron tayo. Pag sinabi nating fixed expenses, and expenses such as rent and car payment. So, for example, yung monthly rent nyo sa upa ng bahay is 6,500. So, fixed na yun. Monthly, 6,500 ang babayaran mo. For example naman sa car mo, sa loan, 10,000 monthly. So, fixed na yun, 10,000 monthly. No more, no less. Okay? Unlike kay variable expenses, again, nakadepende siya kung paano mo paggagastosan ng pera yung bawat expenses na meron ka. For example, sa food, hindi mo naman masasabi na, itong week na to, 500 lang yung gagastusan ko. Pwede kang mag-overspend or pwede ring sobra pa yung 500. Depende sa kung paano mo i-manage yung pera or i-budget yung pera na meron ka. Okay, if individuals are having hard time meeting monthly expenses, they can first make more money. Okay? Pwede tayong mag-increase ng income. Reduce expenses. Pwede tayong magbawas ng mga expenses na meron tayo. Sell something or downsize. Pwede tayong magbawas ng mga gamit na meron tayo. For example, yung mga appliances na hindi naman ginagamit, pwede mong ibenta, okay? And then, do a combination of all three. Or pwede rin namang pag-combine mo tong mga to kung meron kang nararanasan na difficulties or hard time pagdating sa monthly expenses na meron ka. Okay. Sabi dito, saving is what makes future spending or investing possible. So, napaka-importante ng pagsisave ng pera. Hindi lamang para sa future mo, okay? Kundi para na rin ma-meet mo yung day-to-day expenses mo. Okay? Next, emergency fund is used to tide people over until income begins again. So, the amount should be enough to take care of life basics such as rent and food. So, importante na meron tayong emergency fund. For example, nagkaroon ng sunog sa lugar ninyo. So, kapag ikaw wala kang emergency fund, magiging mahirap sa'yo na bumangon ulit. Lalo na kapag yung mga kapitbahay mo ay naapektuhan rin ng sunog. So, hindi ka makakahiram sa kanila basta-basta ng pera kasi sila mismo may pangangailangan din. Unlike kapag meron kang emergency fund, meron kang mapagkukuhan or meron kang madudukot na pera para i-meet, okay? Or i-sustain yung mga expenses mo after mo makaranas ng ganong sitwasyon. Okay? That is the importance of saving and emergency fund. Okay, so that's all for tonight. Thank you for listening.